Hey guys, Bill Jordan here. I do candid video interviews. Welcome, come on in, have a seat, relax. Just have a chit chat today. We had some positive feedback yesterday on a couple of quotes we read from Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is that mythological guy, that Chinese general guy. And there's a lot of books about, Sun Tzu. But the one I'm using here this is it. It's translated by a gentleman named Gary Gagliardi. I think he's in Oregon, someplace over in there. And, he's supposed to be a big guy, important gentleman in terms of business. And he's translated this book for, not only the art of war, which we'll get into in a minute, but the art of marketing. Okay. Now, first of all, we want to thank people like Gary for doing what he does. And thank you for coming in, to being here. And what we're going to talk about is just a little bit, build on some of the concepts and principles as he lays them out, as I can interpret them and understand them. Of course, you're always welcome to chime in and add your 25 cents and see if you can, help me out, because I'm just starting out. I'm just a new guy on the block. All right, so excuse me, I'm gonna use my glasses to make sure I don't know. I have to tell you something. Like I'm like, every now and then I have a thing called dyslexia. You know what dyslexia is? It's a mild form. And I discovered it recently when I was doing some posts. Like, for example, I have a post called, "Is your art a what or a who?" Or who. And so when I originally wrote it, I had down, "Is your art a what or a how?" Because in my mind, the H and the W, H, how, now, is that still right? I don't know, but I got them confused. Is that right? Did you get it now? Who? Yeah. So anyway, even now I'm kind of screwed. I mean, the letters always get kind of confused in my mind. And that's in a way why earlier coming up, I really didn't like reading because, it was just horrible. Like, for example, you have articles like "the," and in my mind, I couldn't see a "the." I could see a horse, but not a "the." So I had to stop and try to calculate that, try to measure it. So it took me a long time to figure it out. Anyway, you don't want to know too much about that. It can be embarrassing. But let me get on to this here. I'm using my glasses to make sure that, I don't missee things. Okay, so let's talk about we translate, "This is the art of war." A more accurate translation would be a single word, strategy. The English word strategy comes from the ancient Greek term for thinking like a general. That is bing fa, meaning literally military skill, deals with strategic planning and analysis. The fact that this book is about strategy, not war, explains why its methods apply so well to marketing and any other activity that requires foresight and analysis. So you're going to ask, how does it apply to you as an artist? Well, it's axiomatic. Right from the get-go, you're talking about strategy and planning of your work. You see, like, you're in this field of energy. You're in the field of people energy. Ideas come to you. And so how are you going to plan out your ideas in a way that makes sense to you and also to the people you're trying to convey the ideas to, right? So it's a way of like figuring out how you're going to persuade people to your point of view, all right? So that's how it's important. Let's go a little further on with that, all right? So now, so Sun Tzu's Bing Fa offers a specific strategy for success. We call this strategy winning without conflict. It espouses using your unique position in the competitive environment to discover opportunities while turning your opponent's apparent strengths against them. So let's think about that, right? I mean, here I am, an artist, right? Wanting to get out there and make some biz, sell some work, and you do too, I would imagine. So based upon what he just said, winning without conflict. What does that mean, winning without conflict? I mean, and in my mind, we have competition. It seems to be there's always conflict. Okay, so it's me against you, or us against them, or some type of thing like that. Whatever team you're on, two different teams, they're competing, right? Athletics is, organized sports is like that. So what does that really mean? All right. So why don't you take a pause, think about that, and we'll be back in a sec. I don't want to take this too long for you to get into talking a lot today, not my usual quick pace stuff. I'm gonna keep it more relaxed. Have a seat, relax. Anyway, my name is Bill like Clinton. I do candid, Bill like Clinton, Jordan like Michael. I do candid video interviews of video artists. Call me on 201-790-3368. Peace out. Talk to you in a minute.